Hi, nice to meet you. I can bet $100,000 that you clicked on this video because you're stuck in your current tech role. Hopefully by the end of this video, I've changed that for you. Maybe given you a bit more direction, a bit more purpose in what you are trying to do with the rest of your life. Before we get into any of that though, I should probably tell you why you should trust me with your time and the knowledge I'm about to give you. Well, if you must know, my name is Alex. I've been working in tech for about 4.5 years now. And after 3 years of painfully struggling through my last job and trying to find my own internal spark and motivation, I was able to do so, and now my life is completely flipped on its shit. I've lost 50 pounds. I'm at a nicer, less stressful role. I have more time to create content. I started creating content, and I'm doing a lot more things that I've kind of always dreamed of doing, all within about the span of a year and a half. So, I think I got a little sauce for you. I think I can really help you out. But there is one precursor. All of my advice that I give you is not going to work unless you also put in the work. If doing the work is scary to you, you should probably click off this video and save yourself some time, because what I'm going to say is not going to help you whatsoever. Don't mentally masturbate yourself with the words I'm saying, thinking that it's productive, because it's not. You are wasting time and you might be cooked. But for those of you that are still here and are a little fired up to take a little action, let's go into it. If you're watching this, you probably already have a general idea of the path you want to take in your next job. So we will operate under the assumption that you do know it. For the sake of this video, the example we're going to use is I want to get into a GRC role that makes 6 figures in 7 months. Okay? So we have a clearly defined goal and a clearly defined time frame to achieve that goal. If you don't have these two already, pause the video now, take notes, and come back when you have found your goal and your time frame. I can't make these for you, so just figure it the fuck out, please. Thank you. Next, we have to find our why, our dream vision, and anti-vision. Finding your why is not going to be as simple as something like, I want to make a little more money, or I want something a little less stressful. It can be, but if you don't have much to work with resume-wise, or you're making kind of a big leap goal-wise, the why you have is going to have to be pretty strong in order for you to really succeed in this goal. So as an example, we'll use something like, I want to get into a GRC role that makes 6 figures because, 1, I have a family, I have a wife and 2 kids, and I would love to support them monetarily. Also, I have heard GRC work is generally pretty chill and has high opportunity for remote work and is stable. So if I land a role of this nature, I could provide for my family in the long run and also work from home to help spend more time with my wife and children. Find something more deep like that really eats at you and really gets you kind of sparked up when you think about it. Now that we have that, we must imagine what our life will look like if our goal comes true. In this scenario, this is probably going to look something like waking up every morning pretty happy, getting to have a slow morning, getting ready for the day with your wife, having coffee at the dinner table, not having to rush out the door, maybe getting to even drive your kid to work, taking care of some housework on the clock, being able to surprise your kid at school with lunch from Burger King regularly, and not feeling so damn drained all the time. I want you to really try to think granularly and deeply about what your life will look like if you achieve the goal you want. This shouldn't be surface level shit. Think about the conversations you'll be having with your friends, the people you'll be seeing every day, how often you'll see these people, the different things that you'll be doing every day if you can get this job. If you're unable to do this with your goal probably isn't right, and you have to look deeper for your goal and come back to this step. Okay. Once we have our dream vision and, what our life will look like once we've achieved the goal, we have to then look at what an anti-vision for the same thing is like. What an anti-vision is what happens if you don't achieve the goal within the time frame. So in our case, 7 months down the line, it's going to look like us being in the same spot. We've probably been talking about getting after this new job with our wife, but she's noticed that we have not taken the work to do it at all, and she's becoming really annoyed with all the sweet nothings we've been promising. Since we're still at our highly stressful job, I'm never home enough to see my children or take them to sporting events or to surprise them at school with lunch. And every time I think about that, I feel like a failure because deep down, I know I could have gotten this job by now if I just got off the high horse and started working. Again, this can't be some surface level nonsense. It has to be something that actually makes you feel physically sick. Not achieving your goal that you want to do, that you know you can do, should make you feel sick. It should be so completely the opposite of what you want that just thinking about it makes you want to get up out of your fucking chair, do a couple jumping jacks, sit back down, and get started. So hopefully by now we have our goal, our timeline, our why, our vision, and anti-vision. We're almost there. Now we just need one more thing to keep us on track, and we're really ready to go. And that is a sort of path. So I have a guide on this that is paid, but essentially the meat and potatoes of it are you essentially feed all of this shit into Claude, like your why, your all the stuff we've talked about already, and have it make a roadmap for you to follow. I recommend people do it this way these days because it's just really easy and it just allows you to get started a lot faster, which is honestly where 99% of people fail, is just getting started and doing the work. But if you don't like the AI route, you can spend time researching everything that you think you need to do to get your end goal and then make the path yourself. But realistically, I think just put it into Claude. The guide has like a prompt to follow that I have gotten really good, like consistent results with, but obviously you don't need it. Think about it yourself and you'll be able to figure something out. Just be crafty. Once you have your roadmap and essentially your guide to your own success, now is time to get started and do the work, guys. Sorry to tell you, but there's no shortcut here, especially in IT. You gotta work like a muff outside of the clock. You can be smart and do it on the clock too, which is what I recommend a lot of people to do. Like finish all your daily tasks and then spend some time working on yourself. That's great. But some people can't do that, so they got to put in the time after their shift. It can really even just be an hour a day. I guess it's all dependent on their timeline, but you get my point. Just consistent work is really the secret hack and cheat code of changing your life in any way possible. So you remember those things all these brain exercises we did before putting in the work? We did this so that when the work feels hard or when we want to quit the work, we have ways to ignite our fire again. Oh, you don't want to study today because you're too tired or you're just being a bitch? Well, little Jimmy is not going to get any Christmas presents in the next 6 months because you're too broke to afford them. Get to work, buddy. Or you don't feel like studying the OSI model today? I thought you were going to show up for your wife and spend more time with your kids, right? See, it's all got to be stuff that like kind of stings if you don't do it. It's designed in a way to make it feel like you have to get this shit done. Otherwise, the world's going to explode. Not that intense, but you kind of get my point. In a day and age where we're all so glued to our devices all the time, I think the power that doing stuff that is good for you has over you should be really high and should be strong enough to pull you away from things like phone addiction or doom scrolling or Netflix, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, that's about it. Do consistent and dedicated work over the amount of time you have allowed yourself to do so. Remember all your reasons for why you want to get this done and just get started. A couple of tips for you as well. Seek out mentorship from folks. You can literally just DM people on LinkedIn in spots that you want to be at, and a lot of people will just respond. Kind of crazy. Like you could be like, hey man, is getting this cert worth it? And they'll be like, well, yeah, but you should maybe do this instead. You can also watch content on how to get to where you want to be. Don't spend too much time on it. It's a lot more of that mental masturbation stuff we talked about. Don't want to be doing that. And don't allow yourself to get down on yourself either. Some days it will feel hard, yes, but you shouldn't be like beating yourself up if you don't do stuff sometimes. At the end of the day, you're doing this for a good reason, I assume, and we don't need to make it toxic. We don't need to make it so that we're burned out all the time. Try it out. I think you can do this. And if you have any comments, criticisms, concerns, questions, and want to say I'm super cute and hot and super funny, let me know in the comments below. If you watch this whole video and still think you need some help, I offer coaching for IT pros like yourself who are feeling a little stuck in their career and need some help deciding where to go next. And yeah, I make Instagram and TikTok content every day. Links in bio. Have a good rest of your day and get to fucking work. Bye.